Studio check.
Frequencies check.
We are live on air.
You are listening to the In Fact Blessing the Airwaves. Take the journey into the world of sports, news, entertainment, while embracing the hottest beats on the planet. Rocking the mind, body, and with energy, electricity, and a splash of controversy. Now, without further ado, it's our pleasure to bring to you
The biggest show in the world.
The biggest show in the world.
the biggest show in the world, the Sbtv Nation.
Days.
Sbtv Nation, it has been a minute. It's your boy The Dream. I'm here with my man the Mad Hatter and also Dr. Dan. Gang, we are so happy to be back in the house. What's going on out there?
Oh, my God. Well, you know what? I got to give a special shout out to my man, the evil genius, who is the evil genius of technical difficulties these days. Dan, thank you very much for saving the day because we've been in here since 9 o'clock this morning trying to figure this whole thing out. We had to go to Google Incognito, which I've never heard of before, to get the show going. So big ups to you, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm glad we got that figured out. Hat and I were in the Matrix for like an hour trying to figure out every single thing to get this Spreaker thing running. I'm glad you're paying them $50 a month so they don't have a phone call tech support. Thank you, Spreaker. That was wonderful.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe the three of us are on right now. I mean, gang, I don't know if you know, we've been away for a minute. A lot of stuff's gone down. The sport world's been absolutely bananas. Our personal lives have been absolutely bananas. There's no words for just how I'm feeling right now that we actually are on doing the show.
It almost feels like a blast from the past, like the band's back together.
No doubt. I feel like this is the new edition reunion.
Yes.
Like we're on a cruise ship right now, having our reunion. We're all
man,
60 years old, trying to do old moves.
I like that because I have been drinking already. So, I'll take the cruise ship life. Hey, man, it's Sunday. It's football. I'm pumped, boys. I am. This is like Christmas to me. I got the kids all excited. I got the food all ready to go. I got the bets in,
Bets are already
let's
in.
roll, boys.
Yeah, let's
roll.
roll.
And look, also just dude, I hit those lines hard. I'm like, I got a little itch, just like trying to calm it down. But I do. In a serious note, real quick, I just also want to give a shout out to everybody in Florida. I hope you got the F out. I hope you listened, got out. Everybody's safe. Best of luck, because I know it's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, hearts go out, everybody. Prayers go out, everybody in Texas.
Yeah,
right?
that's,
They're still dealing with what they're dealing with, which is crazy. Then you got Florida getting ready to get pounded. And, you guys, hope you get safe. Don't be hard-headed. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. That's your crib. That's all your stuff. But your life's more important.
Dude, they're saying those storm surges are 12 feet tall. Most of those homes are single-floor houses. That's taller than your house, guys.
Don't play yourself saying you're going to just stay in the crib.
Yeah, right.
And watch it. Think you're going to watch games.
No. Go an hour away. Go to a bar or something.
Try to put a play in.
Yeah.
No, you can have your wife put the play in on your phone in the car, okay?
Yeah, right.
Don't get caught out. Try to put a play in. Try to go live in the middle of Irma.
Oh, no doubt.
Right?
No doubt.
Please,
so good morning to
safe.
everybody. We are the Sbtv Nation. I'm sure we got a whole hell of a lot of new people here kind of figuring out who we are, what we do. Guys, listen, we are a couple of gamblers who absolutely love football. And you know what? We're going to be on here. We're going to be on here on Sundays, rocking and rolling and going through the entire card, figuring out where we want to put our money today, and also getting into fantasy football. So
we're like people don't know who we are and what we do. Now we're like spot bet but spot broadcasters.
Yo, and people can't forget we were the OGs of this whole thing.
Yeah, right.
I don't care. I'm going to be the one to say it. Like, you know, I see all these people like, oh man, this guy started the Twitter podcast game. Guys, we were throwing events in Vegas like 2 years ago. Remember, we got to get back to that.
Exactly.
By the way, July 4th weekend is what I'm planning for.
Hey, and we fell off like DMX.
Yeah.
Hey, look, crack is a hell of a drug. You know, I mean, sometimes.
I just read about me in the airport in a plane trying to stick somebody up.
Yo, Spreaker ain't working, guys. I'm going out to rob this liquor store.
We're like the DMX of podcasting right now.
No doubt.
Well, what I'm hoping for, though, is more like Nas, right? Like, Nas kind of fell off for like a good, 8 years, but then all of a sudden back with a vengeance and like in commercials and up in the game again. That's more, you know, DMX still in the truck without a license smoking rocks. Like, I ain't trying to get like all that crazy.
All right, and we are on Twitter right now, Sbtv Nation. I've got Sergio Rodriguez, Wayne Yarborough's with us today. Alvin's with us, CreativeBully.media. What's up? Papa Bear, what's going on? Chad E, Vegas Girl 92661. Great to hear from you. I know you've been waiting for a minute. Everybody's out there, and everybody is looking forward.
Everybody's been showing, and a lot of people have been on. I don't know what you guys. I'm getting DM gang. Joseph Del Rosario. Philly Picks hit me up yesterday. Wayne Yarborough, Primetime Capper, Tiger Clinch, Terrence Mack, Sin City Maverick, Vegas Girl, Deeks Pick, Rick Lopez, Jeff Ryan, Game Changer, Samada, Irvin, Rob Dog, Buster Carr, BT, Direct Sports Solution, Cash Action Bets, Frank Gringolato, the whole gang. If I left anybody out, I didn't do it purposely. I just don't want to go on and on with the names because we're going to get into the show. But all of you guys have sent us mad love, mad, can't wait to hear the show, can't wait to come back and listen. We've been doing what we've been doing, but we got a lot of real life going on, and you guys know, I don't know if you know, but if you don't know, I'm going to let you know, we do this free.
Yes.
Okay. So with that banner, and I know we had a different work ethic a little while ago, and yeah, we were on every day for a minute, but then a lot of things happen in all of our lives. So all we ask, is you guys just bear with us for a minute. We got some scheduling things going on. Hat's got his kid in playing football. I got some kids playing soccer. And you guys, I got to tell you right now, my little dudes, I was at the soccer field yesterday, 8:30 in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. Check this out. Mom Dukes rolls in. Me and my wife are divorced now. Mom Dukes rolls in like 9:30, quarter to 10-ish, stays for about 20 minutes, shoots the crap with one of the other soccer moms or whatever, and then bounces and just leaves me with the whole setup. Talk about wanting to get taken out by the cops yesterday. I almost got escorted off the soccer field by the police yesterday. I was so irate. Only to know that today, Cats got games at 2 o'clock today.
No way.
Okay? I got 2 kids doing soccer games at 2 o'clock today.
Oh, no, I said
That's
no. I said no.
How the dream is living. For the first time ever on a Sunday, I'm not going to watch week 1 football in its entirety because I got to take my little dudes. But I'm a dad before I'm anything else, so I got to hold it down for them. Hopefully one day.
Yeah, but dude, Dad, that's got limits, dude. I mean, look, I understand. I got 3 of my own and a 4th on the way. We schedule. Look, I told my wife, I said Saturday. I said noon to 2. I said, I understand. I'm gonna miss that noon. I'm gonna do it. Okay. I said, but you mess with my Sundays, and it wasn't. I used a much worse word than that. I said, that's it. I said, no.
I know, but
Dream, I schedule my wedding on the Giants bye week.
I'm with you. I get it, but now we're doing the mama wants to do things to try to mess me up. Was right up her alley. She was like, "Oh, week 1 they gonna have a 2 o'clock
right,
game.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'll pay extra to sign."
Well, you know what? In the check you write her, Dream, take out that hourly allotment. Be like, well, 8:30 to 1. That's like my time is worth like $50 an hour. So what I'm gonna do is take you about $600 short.
The only thing she could have done that would have been more volatile was show up with some cat.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Roll up in there with some cat. Like, this my new dude. Y'all would have read about me in the paper. Dude.
Dream would have been broadcasting from the prison cell.
Goes wild. Whatever, man. Whatever. I don't care. I don't got no time to. Listen. I ain't gonna. One thing I learned from Hat, one of the most important lessons I learned from my co-host is to always see a positive side in things and never let the negative get you down. And that's where I'm living and that's what I'm doing. So without further ado about personal lives, maybe we can get into a little bit of this thing called football.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me just ask you guys real quick. So, all right, I'm creating a fantasy football contest as we speak, okay? And I'm letting my co-hosts kind of drive a little bit while I'm doing this, and I'm going to put out the link to the contest on our Twitter page. So I don't even know if you need to even be a member of Twitter to see our wall and click on the link, but I'm doing it right now. So I think since we have 3 hours till kickoff, well, let's say 2 3/4 hours. I'm going to start it off with 10 entrants. I think that's fair, Dan, unless Dan's more of the event coordinator than anybody else. I mean, how many should I put it for?
I mean, I say we do one with 10. If it fills up, we could do another. I mean,
Okay. And then what is the buy-in? I have $5, $10, $20, $50, winner take all.
Woo! I mean, I always like to do for a 10 man. I always like to do top 3 get paid.
Top 3 get
I would do. I mean, I would do. I mean, you know me. I would do whatever you want. I would do $10 or $20.
All right.
$10, $10.
All right, I'll do $10. Okay, now we'll do. You want to do top 2 win?
Yeah, for $10, might do top 2.
Okay, and then it's going to be called Sbtv Nation Contest. That's what it is.
$10, because if I win, half my winnings have to go to my ex.
Right on. Okay. All right. So,
yo, real quick, Dr. Dan, he's setting that up. Let's talk about college football and what's going on in the world of college football. Yesterday, biggest upset, as far as I'm concerned, was Ohio State going down to Oklahoma. Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield, absolutely astonishing. 27 for 35 with 386 yards and 3 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield looked really good in this game. This Oklahoma team, minus Bob Stoops, which you guys know I can't stand Stoops, has finally come out of the gate for once and acted like the powerhouse that they're supposed to be and actually living up to fruition so far this season. Did you get to see the game and thoughts on it if you did?
Oh, man. I'm a huge Baker Mayfield fan.
Okay.
I think we're looking for the first time, not to really get off topic, but like at back-to-back 1 and 2 quarterbacks going in the draft possibly.
Okay.
With him and Jackson. I think he's that special because the thing is, Ohio State, I actually like Oklahoma. So I didn't pull the trigger just because I'm like, man, home game. I'm like, maybe I'm just overthinking this. So I just decided to lay off it.
Okay.
But I was feeling Oklahoma the whole time. Ohio State does not have an offensive identity. They do not look good offensively.
They don't.
They don't. And when you're playing Oklahoma, I mean, you got a kid, like I said, just dropping dimes all game. I mean, those throws are so good, so on the money. The receivers are money. I was coming in to this year, I think Oklahoma and Oklahoma State might have the 2 best offenses outside of maybe Louisville in the entire country.
Okay.
So, I thought they would win, but obviously a huge win. They have to. Where do you think that puts them? You think they go to number 2?
I would say, I would think they have to solidly go to, I would have. I mean, beating a top 5 ranked opponent and in their house, going in there beating Oklahoma State in their house as convincingly as they did, 31-16. And big shout outs to that defense as well. Let's not just talk about the offense here because they got it done defensively. Even though Ohio State, like you said, offensively seems to not be able to. I don't know. They just don't seem to be able to find their way.
So, Dream, who is the team in that conference now? Is it Penn State? Is it Michigan?
I guess it's Michigan. I like Penn State, but I can't count out Michigan either. So that's interesting. Good. I don't know where you go as far as that team in the conference, but both teams are potent. I mean, Penn State to me looks a little bit more impressive than Michigan, but Michigan obviously's got the Harbaugh effect, and we'll have to see where that goes moving on. Just take it to another game real quick we could talk about before we get back into the NFL. Let's discuss for a second USC's beat down of Stanford, which I was kind of a little bit surprised about the way USC did it. Sam Drummond, Donald, talked about Baker Mayfield being a 1-2 quarterback, but Sam Drummond. Why do I want to call him Drummond? Sam Darnold.
Darnold.
Like that,
Very
like the hoop
impressive.
player.
Yeah, Sam Darnold. Very impressive at the quarterback for USC.
Oh my God. Masterful bounce back game. You almost got to think that week one was like maybe he overlooked it a little bit, which isn't a good sign, but I don't know, man. Right now, I mean, the quarterbacks in this college game right now are unbelievable. Your top 5 quarterbacks are so incredible.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right now. So yeah, I mean, look, I would love to see. I think Alabama's going to get knocked off this year. I have a feeling Alabama gets knocked off at least once this year. I think USC only gets better as the year goes on. I think they only put it more and more together. I would love to see like a college football playoff with some teams we haven't seen in quite a while.
You know, the thing with Alabama, though, is they still sleep you into losing. You know what I mean? They still will they'll put the other defense into sleep. The offense is not on the field. They're running the ball. They're dinking and dunking. And next thing you know, you're getting blown out. Like you fell asleep and woke up, and now you're getting blown out. You know what I mean? Because that's how it happens. Yeah. It's slow. You see the score at the half. You're not really that impressed. It's like 17.
But there's a blueprint to beat Alabama, I think.
Sure.
And I think that is, and not that it's easy, right? But if when they face a team that actually has a good offense, if they get down, 14, 17, their quarterback, I do not trust his arm.
Okay, and I agree with that 100%.
So,
agree with that 100%. Yeah. One more game, a couple more games to discuss in college before we move. And I know it'll be a heartbreak last night, which was a really good competitive game. On top of it, Notre Dame goes down to Georgia, 20-19. This game I watched in entirety because it was just so good, and I tell you, I felt for Notre Dame, man. At the end of this game, I really felt for them how they fumbled the ball on the last play with their last possession. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, you see that a lot, obviously, in the college game. It's just, I don't know, pressure or whatever, but fumbling like that, it is heartbreaking for them. You got to really feel for that kid, but it is what it is. By the way, in hilarity, did any of you guys see any of the Mississippi State La Tech game?
I did.
Oh, okay. Did you see the 3rd and 97 play? Okay, so for those of you who didn't see this, you got to look at it because it's absolutely hilarious. And my dumbass was watching it because I had La Tech plus the 10, thinking, hey, it's Mississippi State. They'll score some points, stay competitive. Well, they're second and goal from like the 6, and they snap it 10 yards over the quarterback's head. Crazy. It gets fumbled and kicked all the way down, and they recover it on their own 4-yard line to have a 3rd and 97 in the longest play from scrimmage ever in college football history.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, and it just kept kicking it down the field. I'm like, oh my God, it looked like a bloopers reel, man.
Greased pig, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Big shout outs to my man Scott Weaver. He hit me up yesterday in Missouri. I like Missouri as well, and I kept it to myself though because you know that I've been messing with Missouri for a while. Hat will tell you about that.
Yes, I love that.
Matty Mock was there. Matty Mock probably is in prison right now, but
Dream loves them in Iowa, which
Missouri are my 2 undercover back of the bus college football teams. Anybody got anything else college football wise? Otherwise, we could get right into the NFL.
Well, I can tell you this much, that I ended up losing a heartbreaker yesterday. I had Iowa State on the money line, up 7 with 3 minutes left in the game, and just could not hold them. They let the Hawkeyes come all the way down, scored the tying touchdown, then kicked the field goal in overtime. You know what? When you get the first possession and you kick the field goal, you're dead. You're dead. So as soon as I saw that,
and I had Iowa, and I was just happy because I bought the hook, obviously, as everybody should. But so I had it down to 3, and I was like, "Can you just kick the extra point anyway? Like I know you already won, but just kick it, then I win." But it was a push, so.
Definitely.
But yeah, no, the only other thing is, Utah's offense this year looked terrible, but they still managed to pull out the Holy War win. And then Minnesota going on the road. I know it's Oregon State and they're terrible, but they beat them by 30. So kind of some interesting things. I mean, Purdue looks a lot better under the new coach.
Sure.
So, that conference I actually think is a much improved conference top to bottom. The only team that still really should leave is Rutgers, who lost to freaking East Carolina yesterday. And again, fumbled the ball at the end of the game when threw a pick six. He threw a pick six when they needed a field goal to tie. They were, on the 20, and they lose the game. It's just terrible.
Wow.
I love how some teams bounced back and went out with an ass whipping. For example, Texas beat up on San Jose State. But Texas, so what? We don't care.
Yeah, right.
You lost week 1, so nobody's still feeling you. So
yeah.
Who cares?
And the last thing I will end on this is just look, I don't care how you feel about Texas A&M. I don't care if you like the coach or not. But man, fans in Texas can be real despicable.
Sure.
Real despicable. For anybody who didn't see the note that got sent to someone's wife and kids, I'm not going to get into it, but it's a game, guys. It's a freaking game.
It is a football game.
Craziness out there. So yeah, bad racist note.
And poor Sumlin, because Sumlin, but I shouldn't say poor because he's getting paid. So trust me, Sumlin got paid. As a matter of fact, Sumlin and Charlie Strong, make no mistake about it, them dudes got paid big loot to coach them teams.
Well, he said, come after me, just don't come after my family, because my family's never coached a game.
Right, no doubt. But my thing with him is, I feel bad because, he had to deal with the whole Johnny Manziel thing. I mean, he's been through a lot, and I think he's a solid coach. It's just expectations, at some of these schools are just, off the charts. And I think, like you said, not only respect it as a game, but respect it. They're still coaching kids. I mean, how many times you told your kid, I don't know, don't drink and drive, don't smoke weed, don't do whatever, right? And then 4 hours later, you get a call from whoever, your kid just did everything you told him not to do. I mean, you don't learn nothing until you get old. You know that.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
You're dealing with, Hack can attest to that.
Oh.
No matter how much beating in the head you do with your kid's going to go out there and do what they're going to do. I mean, no difference on the football field. You tell a guy, all right, this is the discipline, or this is the, this is the formation, or this is what we're going to run. There's always going to be some knucklehead kid out there, doing his own thing, because that's what he wants to do.
Yep,
so,
exactly.
I mean, I get it. The bar is set high. You get paid a high amount of money, but we do need to keep in mind, like you said, they are kids. Also keep in mind that the guy does have a family, and we should have some respect for that. Last but not least, Oregon, 42-35 over Nebraska.
Yeah.
Kind of an impressive win by Oregon as far as I'm concerned, because I didn't think this Oregon team was going to be that good this year. So it's kind of good to see them back in the mix one more time. They beat Nebraska 42-35. And I hope you guys have gone really light these first 2 weeks, especially with college football and even with the NFL, because we know, but we really don't know who some of these teams are still.
Right. And you know what? A couple of things just that I want to add is I saw UNLV lose to Howard last week.
Sure.
And they were a 45-point favorite in the beginning of the game. And a $100 better would have made $71,000 money lining Howard. Game changer, boys. I didn't see any of those tickets out there.
I was wondering how many cappers claim that they had that Howard play.
We'll go back to that now,
Howard.
Put up the Photoshop Howard tickets.
I know.
Right
I was
on.
waiting for it.
I had Howard, but come get my package for $50.
Yep, definitely.
What would you took Howard, dog? You $1 billion.
You're good.
Why is you at the
selling
beach?
packages?
I had Howard and Liberty, guys. Howard and
Liberty. Still selling packages for $25. Just go grab one real quick.
Oh, right
guys,
on, man.
to jump into the NFL, I just want to recap real quick, since obviously we haven't been on, but Patriots got annihilated.
Yeah, they did.
At home, which, hey. But I've just, like I was saying before the show, and maybe someone can tweet this at me if it's ever happened before, a rookie and one player that just torched Belichick. I've never seen it.
I know it's been. I can't remember that in the last decade of watching him at all. So, guys, we're here. We're football. It's Sunday. It is the 10th of September. Thank you to everybody that's following us here on social media. I did post the SBTV Nation Fantasy Contest. It's on there. It's on our page. So go to our Twitter page at SBTV Nation. You could join. It's $10. The top 2 get paid. And I plan on getting paid as I usually do because I am the man when it comes to fantasy. Thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to taking everybody's money. Patriots go down. Dan, I don't know. You know what? Dream said it, and I felt the same way before the game. I hated the game, too, Dream.
So I want to talk about Patriot game for a minute because Cats, I mean, you see me on Twitter a little bit talking with Patriots are the most successful team in the last, 20 years, maybe even 30. I don't know. I do remember when the Patriots sucked. That was a long, long time ago. I was a kid. But it seems like as long as I've really been involved in football now on a gambling standpoint, the Patriots have been dope. And outside of those 2 Super Bowls against the Giants, betting on the Patriots has always kind of, for the most part, panned out.
Sure.
Last season, you bet them regular season, you killed it. The season before you bet them regular season, you killed it. So you get week 1, okay? You bet them in a Super Bowl last year, you killed it, all right? And even being down what they were down. We know what the Patriots are about. Greatest team of all. I mean, you got Tom Brady's greatest quarterback of all time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look, you guys don't like him. I mean, he's pretty. He's a model. He's got whatever. Hands down, statistically, the wins. Greatest quarterback of all time. Just is. You can't get around that. Yeah, are there other guys that are as good as him? I think so. Yeah, more talented in certain areas. Yeah, I think so. But the whole full package, he's the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm sorry. I just got to do that. All right? Bill Belichick.
I'm with you, man, because look. It's all about winning, right? And football is a different sport. I know everybody comes and like, well, is Yogi Berra the best baseball player ever? Like, no. But in football, Yogi Berra was not leading his whole team on every single drive, on every single play, on every single thing that they had to do, right? He was part of some amazing teams. It's like a different sport. Brady, look, you just can't. He is the best. He is the greatest.
Absolutely.
But my thing was, and you guys know I'm a Peyton boy. If I had to start a team today and had to pick the 2 in their prime, I would still hard-headedly take Peyton Ball. But I have enough respect and I like to think enough intelligence to step out of the box and understand that my personal preferences and what factually is the best could be two different things. And I have to give hats off to Tom Brady. So move on. Belichick, probably the best coach of all time, too. Now, I don't go back to the Bear Bryants and the Vince Lombardis. I don't go back that far, so I can't really judge against that. But modern day, Bill Belichick is that guy. And I don't think anybody is even close to Bill Belichick. First, I think the bar is so much different. When you say Belichick, it's like it's Belichick, and then it's like drop down, 15 to 20 pegs, and then you could talk about another guy.
Yeah.
So that's just where I'm at with Bill. I'm sorry. And I know some of you guys may not feel it, and I don't personally like him as a person, but as a coach, I think he's incredible. So
I don't know, man. I've seen some things about Belichick really under the radar, too. Like, he gives a ton to charity. He does a lot of give back.
I know.
It's just the media. And, the thing is, Dream, I'm thinking, I was thinking, right, and I'm a huge Giants fan, and, maybe I'm less salty because we beat them. Right. But, I'm just thinking, if, the media peppered me with dumb questions he gets all the time, I'd be real salty, too. I'd be like, stop talking to me.
Yeah.
I mean, Pop does it. Everybody loves Pop. Belichick hates him.
Yeah, right.
Maybe Belichick just needs a big old beard.
I don't know what the thing is with Belichick. It's just something about him. I think he's one of them guys that just rub people the wrong way. I don't know what it is. But anyway, my point is, you just don't bet against that opening day at home in your own house, no matter what the situation is. And you damn sure ain't going to sell me Fat Andy, okay, a.k.a. Mr. Kool-Aid. You're not going to sell me Alex Smith with his 5-yard.
Dream, if this was Fat Andy and Alex in the playoffs, it would have been reversed, right?
Yeah,
I mean, because, they can't get it done when it counts.
And I know Alex Smith did throw the ball down the field this game, and bravo, but we all know, we've been watching Alex Smith for 5 years. He throws 3-yard passes. Like when they try out a wide receiver, the offensive coordinator says to the wide receiver, hey, show me your best 8-yard route.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's just how it goes down. So it was no way you were going to compel me to say, okay, I'm going to take KC in the points. I think, to me, And I know people did it, and I respect that you did it, and great, congratulations. But for me as a gambler, and for me knowing what the body of work of the Patriots compared to the body of work of the Kansas City Chiefs, no way. What I did find impressive about the Kansas City Chiefs, however, though, halftime adjustments were very key as far as they were concerned defensively. I also noticed Kansas City's defense got better as the game wore on, and I just can't figure out and put my finger on that. The demise of the New England Patriot offensive line as the game got on, and the increase in intensity by the Kansas City Chiefs defensive line as the game went on. So hands up to that.
I also think, and I'll just, maybe we can end on this, but, it's maybe a little hubristic by some of these teams because in the, look, in the preseason, we understand why these guys don't play. You don't want to see one of your big guys going down to a major injury in preseason. But also, they were saying how a lot of these guys played like 20 or 30 total plays in the preseason. So it didn't look like they were truly game ready at the end of the game. You're 100% right.
Yep. Got it.
Gotcha.
All right,
So,
guys.
Without further ado,
We are
let's
going to
jump right into
we are going to get right into
Oh.
today's card, and I see a game that's just I know that Dan is feeling, so I'm going to get right into the AFC East, the stinker of the day, but I think my man's got to play on it. We got the Buffalo Bills versus the
Dizzle,
New
please tell me you
York
don't have a play
Jets.
on it.
Oh, I got to play on it.
Buffalo minus 7.5 with an under over of 40. Dan, where you at?
That's dropped all the way from 9, by the way.
Okay.
So, I'm on the Jets here. Look, I'm not saying the Jets are terrible. The Jets are absolutely terrible. But
Who's the
I got
quarterback?
it at McCown. It's, whatever. I mean,
Who's the
it's
Jets
not
quarterback? I don't even know.
Hackenberg.
By the way, who's the Bills quarterback?
It's gonna be Taylor. Yeah,
I can't name the quarterbacks for either.
well, okay, so there's the thing. But everybody's like, I mean, it's still an NFL game. You're talking about 8.5 points, and the Bills are a shell of what they are too. The Bills are no good. The
This
Jets
does not qualify as an NFL game. Dan.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but that's why I got to take the Jets at plus 8.5. I'm just saying the Jets are going to be able to do enough to hang close. I think they might get a win here. I might throw something on the plus 380.
Nice.
But I just think that the Bills are so overhyped, and the Jets defense is not terrible. Okay,
So
it's not terrible.
So the madness has begun.
It's week 1, baby. I needed my 1 p.m.
Dr.
pick.
Dizzle with a money line on the Jets for week 1. I want to throw up on my mouth.
I had to start it off, man.
Whoa.
All right, man.
So here's my take on this game. The Jets stink. The Bills stink. Okay? I don't know when the Bills got dope enough. And like you said, I saw it at 10 at one point, and I'm looking at my computer going, how the hell is it 10? And we don't even know who the Bills starting quarterback is because Taylor came off a concussion protocol 3 days ago.
Yep.
Which is, I'm like, I don't get it. So Taylor comes off a concussion protocol, and then the line drops. I don't know. Explain that. I can't. But I don't need to worry about the line in this game. I got no interest in this. Good luck, Dr. Dan. I would hate to be anywhere where you have to tell him to turn this game on.
Well,
Hopefully you're just going to be in your crib.
Red zone. I mean, look, I'm just in my crib and red zoning it up.
Okay.
I got the chicken. I'm ready for the boneless wing, so I don't got to worry about the kids choking to death while I'm watching football. And so we're gonna get after it today.
All right, and I gotta just give a quick plug. And my kid wants me to drive a half hour to get these wings to bring them home.
Which ones?
The Dewdrop Inn, Dan. Have you ever been there?
No. See, if I was gonna get wings and I was gonna drive from where you are, you got to go to Side Street.
Dewdrop Inn. They have 100 flavors of them. Dream. I don't know if you ever heard of this place. They're voted the best in Connecticut. I've been there. They have they have s'mores wings. They have peanut butter and jelly. Stupid selection of
Just
wings.
give me some buffalo sauce and maybe some garlic parmesan, maybe some honey barbecue, and I'm good, right? That's it. But dude, I'm saying I thought Side Street lost that title. in Hamden?
Oh yeah. Dewdrop Inn has #1 in Connecticut right now.
Because
Yeah,
I know when I was
they're
at Side Street,
fantastic.
when I was in Hamden, they had won that for like years and years and
Yep,
years.
no more. All right. So, guys, I am looking at a bunch of home team underdogs today. There's a lot of lines. There is a lot of lines that are a little bit off, I think. But you know what? Hey, listen, it's week 1. You know, we can't get – I mean, I think you'll both agree that we can't get crazy because we have no idea what to expect.
I think I already got crazy.
Yeah, I think
you did.
By the way, we've already got a couple of people that have joined our fantasy football contest, which is on our Twitter page. So, guys, feel free. We've already got 4 out of 10. So hopefully we can get some more of those. But, Dream, you know, I'm looking at the Atlanta Falcons coming off the Super Bowl loss, the embarrassing Super Bowl loss, being up 28-3 versus the Patriots here, playing the Chicago Bears and giving a touchdown on the road. I know this team was impressive last year, but in years past, I mean, when you've had this dome team playing on grass, it hasn't materialized all that well. Chicago Bears, I don't really know much about what they got going on ever since Cuddles joined my Miami Dolphins here. But I just think that might be a lot. Maybe a teaser situation. Get that up
Glennon
to a
versus Ryan.
Yeah, get that up to a I know. Julio Jones, I know. I get the whole package here. But, you know, maybe getting that up over 2 touchdowns. I may take a shot with the Bears and maybe get another underdog here.
Can I just tell you something, Hat?
Yeah.
Do you know who is the current passing leader on the Chicago Bears roster?
The current? No idea.
Has thrown the most yards for the Chicago Bears that's on the roster currently.
That's on the roster. Very
Yes.
good question. I have no clue whatsoever.
Matt Barkley. Yeah, so, you know, look, and Glennon looked terrible in the preseason. I mean, this is a franchise.
I know.
This is a franchise that doesn't know what they're doing right now. I mean, you signed Glennon for what was it, $72 million? And then you draft a quarterback, number 2 overall? And then you have a quarterback. Look, I understand having a quarterback competition if you want to bring Glennon in with like a veteran, you know, that like maybe could challenge him.
Preseason's too long.
You know what? I think, I mean, one of the games he didn't look horrible. He was 11 for 18.
I know, but
So home team on prime time.
No, it's
Ohio
not prime
State-
time. It's not prime time.
Whatever.
This is a 1 p.m.
Look,
game.
check this out. The Bills got the Bears gonna get blown out, so you need to save your money.
I don't
Forget
know,
about the
Dream.
teaser.
All right.
Bears got the Falcons got a great running game. I get it. They got matter of fact, the Falcons may have. Do I want to give them the best 1-2 punch running game in 1-2 punch? Remember, 1-2 punch running game in football right now. I think
if you
I
were ranking them preseason, you would have to.
Yeah, I think I want to give them that right now. Then you toss in, like you said, Julio Jones. You toss in Matt Ryan. You toss in, you know, the effectiveness that they were able to get to
Really
the Super
good
Bowl last
offensive
year.
line.
Yeah.
Really good offensive line. You're talking about a Bears team that you're trying to figure everything out, start it from scratch, gut it. A lot of pieces to the puzzle's gone. Marcellus Bennett is not longer there. Alshon Jeffries. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah,
of
who
stuff.
are you throwing the ball to?
It's a lot of stuff missing in this offense that already wasn't good. Cuddles gone.
Yeah.
That's the only positive is that Cuddles is gone.
All right, well, we'll
What's
see.
your positive?
We'll
We don't have
see.
Jay Cutler here anymore.
Yeah.
And Han, I know what Hat's also saying about dome team outside, but you know, a dome is what, set to 70 or 72 degrees. Remember, first game played at Chicago all year, so the field's fine,
Yep.
and it will be 68 degrees and sunny. I don't think there's any concern there about Julio or Devontae getting off the blocks there, or Ryan. You know, look, they want to start out quick. They got that taste in their mouth. They got a tough schedule that they got. This is a cake game. -6.5 right now. I actually think that's going to jump to over a touchdown before kickoff. So if you like it, I'd lock it in.
Well, I got it at 7 here, so.
First piece one of the money line parlay for me is the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay. All right. So I picked the right game to talk about then, because you and I are both on it. So, all right, sounds good, man. Well, Dream, I hope we both hit it.
So you got the Bears at +7?
I'm going to get them in a teaser situation, maybe +14.5. I think that might
Don't
be the move.
don't be texting me talking about why.
Well,
I don't know, man.
Listen, these are all light plays for me, guys. I'm gonna try to figure out this whole thing, and when you get into week 4, week 5 is when the cream rises to the top.
Let's put it this way: I expect the Bears to be competing with the Jets at the end of the year.
All right, for the worst. All right, let's look at the next couple of games here. Do you guys want to go through them all? Or you want to go through your favorites?
Oh, let's just go through them.
All right, we want to run through them all. Okay, so we've got the next game on the ticket is the Ravens versus the Bengals. Cincinnati -3, under over a 41 points in Cincinnati. Looks like the weather's okay. We got nothing to worry about as far as precipitation is concerned, 54 degrees. I'll kick it off with you, Dan. We've got a rivalry here. What do you got?
Oh, man, this is I'm not a fan of Flacco. I'm not a fan of the Ravens. And now you have a guy that's coming off a back injury that really hasn't had any reps with his team. I'm still not sure who's catching the ball this year for the Ravens either. I'm not taking this game because, it is the Bungles, right? Like they'll find a way to blow it somehow. But -3, I mean, I do really lean that Cincinnati wins and covers here.
Yeah, got them at
home. I think the Ravens, I think they're, a 6-10, 7-9 team this year.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Falling off, huh?
Well, they're just not. I just don't see where their defense isn't great anymore.
Uh-huh.
And their offense is, I mean, look, we all know the offense, you stop them by stopping the deep ball. And then it just doesn't work. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll surprise me and be 8-8, but I can't see any better than that.
Dream, the Red Rocket, Andy Dalton.
Yeah, and you know what? These two teams, it's like they've been the same teams for 15 years. Like they're the only teams that it seems change, good or bad for them. They've just been right here for the last 15 years. Hate this game. Don't really care about it. If I had to lean away, I would take the Bengals only because the Bengals do seem to play okay regular season. God forbid they get in the playoffs, though. They know each other extensively. It's a rivalry. I don't love this game. If you're going to play it, if you got the 3, buy it to 2.5. You know better. But I'm going to lean Bengals. Don't like it, and I'm not playing it.
All right. Well, the last time they played each other in Cincinnati was in January, so it's only, 8 months ago. And Cincinnati won heavily, 27-10.
Take a prop bet on Burfict doing something dumb.
Yeah, pretty much. I couldn't agree more on that bet.
No, because by the way, speaking of that, you know what I love the best? Kelsey in the pregame interview for ESPN before the game against the Patriots, he's made captain. He can't do none of the dumb stuff because last year he had my all-time best when he threw his towel at the ref for the flag and they threw him out, and I loved that. But he said he was never going to do that anymore. And then about an hour or so later,
yeah, right.
He put him off of a fight.
I know. Hey, one thing to add, guys, before we get into the next game, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but Dream, there's a spot open at the Fan if you're interested in
yes, I know.
in getting in with Boomer Esiason there.
I know. I called his people. My people have been trying to get to his people, but.
Craig Carton arrested for fraud, man. Why would you give that guy millions of dollars, by the way? Whoever gave him the money should have their head examined, I tell you.
Yeah, but he was telling them, but no, because his thing was he could get you good tickets to good events with other famous people. So you figure he's a famous guy or a somewhat famous guy who knows other people. So he's talking with their production. I could see him selling that to people and people believing that.
Okay.
I could see that.
All right.
And then you're figuring the guy's got money, so why would he need my? I get how he worked his scheme.
To pay gambling debts. Defrauded investors millions of dollars to pay gambling debts. Very interesting. Big trade here. Brock Osweiler's back with the Broncos, guys. Didn't know if
it wasn't a trade. It was a pickup off free agency. Because he got cut by the Browns. And that just speaks to how poor the Broncos quarterback situation is right now.
Right on. Bring Tebow back.
No, man. Elway should just come out of the booth.
Exactly. All right. So the next game we got on the ticket is another one here. We've got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. Pittsburgh minus 9.5. Under over a 46.5. Are we going to see the same Browns team as we always do, Dan?
I don't think so. I think they're going to be slightly improved this year.
Okay.
But then, Browns are going to be Browns. I mean, you always got to expect something cataclysmic or catastrophic. But, you got to remember, it's like, what was it? The Pittsburgh Pirates went like 20 years without a winning record. And then all of a sudden they made some runs. We saw, we saw the Cavs win a title finally in Cleveland. I don't think it's title town for the Browns, but I think they'll be a little better. Defense looks okay, and I think they might have a quarterback. That being said, Pittsburgh is going to urinate on them.
All right. Well, the Browns are 0-10-1 against the spread in their last 11 games when playing the AFC North. They have not covered a spread in 12 games. That is crazy. Dream, are you going to pick on the Cleve Browns?
I definitely am. Second piece of the puzzle, the Pittsburgh Steelers in the money line par.
You're there.
The 4-teamer play is incredible, but you could do a 3-teamer, and Pittsburgh Steelers would be the second piece of the puzzle. They're running full strength now as they get back. They get back a couple of pieces to their puzzle. Bryant is going to be in their lineup this year. Antonio Brown. They're bringing back my man Jesse James, the tight end position, which I expect him to further his game. Bell is coming back. I know there was a lot of talk in the offseason about him.
Announced in 2, and we'll be having a full workload today. 3 down back all day.
Okay.
No doubt. So, the Pittsburgh, to me, and I said it last year, this is the most high-powered offense as far as all-around offense in the NFL, as far as weaponry. Look, whatever, guys. You guys can debate this with me to death. They got Ben Roethlisberger coupled with all those weapons is the best offense in the NFL right now. I'm sorry. They just are. Now, do they do other dumb stuff? Sure. Can they be stopped? I mean, we've seen it happen. They are somewhat injury-prone. Seems like some bad things go their way. But basically, this team on offense is, to me, the best offense in the NFL right now. And I expect them to roll. I don't expect them to lose week 1. I especially don't expect them to lose to Cleve. So Pittsburgh Steelers in the money line is the second piece of the puzzle.
All right. Sounds good. So the fantasy football contest, we already got 6. We need 4 more. I see that T-Mac is on there. Dr. Dizzle's on there. And we also have Franklin Collado, who has joined us. So thanks very much, guys, to donating to the Mad Hatter Fund as far as fantasy football is concerned. Another game on a ticket that's got me kind of scratching my head is the Arizona Cardinals facing the Detroit Lions. Arizona on the road minus 2.5. I'm having a hard time with this line because I think the Lions can win this game on the field. Dream, Matthew Stafford, think he has a breakout year or what? He has to soon.
Breakout year of money, so he needs to break.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh, come on. His stats last year were unbelievable.
Oh, no. I'm not saying he's not dope. I'm just saying he got paid.
Oh, yeah. You're right about that. He's paid.
Okay, so Cardinals terrible on the road last year. I mean, remember that game. The Arizona Cardinals traveled terribly last season and got blown out in a couple spots on the road, which was, a little bit bothersome. Carson Palmer back at the helm again for them. I think Carson Palmer's effectiveness in the NFL is a wrap, personally. I mean, we'll see what happens against the Lions, but I just don't believe in them. I don't know why Arizona is giving 2.5. I guess you're basing that on the run game. Arizona is becoming an old team very fast. I know they had a little bit of buzz a few years ago, but they just haven't seemed to be able to duplicate it. I feel bad for them. I'm not playing this game. I don't love this game, but if I had to go away, I'm going to go with the Lions. I like the Lions at home here. Lions were tough last year, especially at home. Like Dan said, Stafford had great numbers last year, He gets it done. He's got a competent receiving core. Suspect running game, but I think it's enough of a running game to be to be somewhat problematic to Arizona. I know Arizona's defense was a strong point, but on the road, it seems like, I don't know, they just disappear on the road. So
I agree.
I can't give them the nod for that. So I happen to like the Detroit Lions. I'm not playing it, but if I had to pick a side, I'd go Lions.
All right, yeah, I'm taking a look at this here, and head to head, the home team is 10-1 against the spread in the last 11 meetings. You know what? I'm gonna take a shot here. I'm gonna add the Detroit Lions to my 7.5 point teaser. I'm gonna get it to 10 points with ties don't lose. That's where I'm gonna get. So I think Detroit plus 10 is a pretty good play, Dan.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Detroit wins this game on the field.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I don't really get it because, like you said, Dream, Arizona was not a good road team.
No.
They underperformed. And the Lions, I think, are going to have a really good year. I think they're going to be challenging the Packers at the end of the year. What I think I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to parlay the Steelers -9 and the Lions money line.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. It's like 100 pays out. I mean, it's like 3-1.
All right, good. Moving on here, we've got the Jags at the Texans. We don't need to spend too much time on this game, but I have a feeling that Houston Texans will get it done with their defense and win this game. They're -4.5, under over 38.5. Can the Houston Texans do something different than they've done in years past, Dream?
Yeah, I don't, I'm not involved in this game. It's to me ugly. The Jags are the Jags. I think they stink again. They didn't know who they tried to do another quarterback and then decided, no, Bortles, because the other guy was just as bad. So, I feel bad for this team because it's been just badness for a minute. Maybe, Todd Coughlin's still out there, guys. I'm sure he'd love to coach again. Maybe go out and get Uncle Tom. Mm-hmm. I don't know. He started in Jacksonville. Well, not started, but
he's their president of operations right now.
Yeah. So
bring him down. Bring him down.
I know he's dying to get on the coach. You know he is, Dan.
You know he is. But yeah, you know what's going to happen is after they realize that Bortles. Finally, they realize that he's just terrible. Maybe they get a quarterback coming out of this next draft class. Maybe they get like Baker Mayfield, and all of a sudden Tom's like, "Hey, by the way, I'm the new coach." So there.
My thing with the Texans is, why are you giving 4? No, the Texans. This should be this game should be a pick'em in my opinion. I'm not Tom Savage.
Savage.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm almost willing to say, hey, listen. We're gonna give Savage we're gonna give him the script. He gets two possessions. If he doesn't work out, let's put Deshaun right in there. You know what I'm saying?
People are forgetting that the only reason the Texans went to the playoffs last year is because they are in the absolutely most terrible division I've ever seen.
No doubt.
Yeah, good point.
You're talking about a Colts team right without Andrew Luck. Talking about the Jags. I don't know. I'm with you. Tom Savage is freaking Tom Savage. I'm looking at him, and it's like,
plus,
I don't know, man.
You've just been dealing with the aftermath. You guys, I know that football players, they were affected by the aftermath of the storm or whatever. So it's not like they're all they've been thinking is football.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe my B-Mac loves to talk about this is the reason why Houston's going to win because these teams always win and miss. Catastrophic things, they come together. So if you want to go on that standpoint, I don't know. Look, I'm not putting my money on that.
Maybe if JJ Watt has a force triple crown, forced fumble, recovery, touchdown, and intercepts the ball and scores a touchdown.
Right.
That what? Hey, I'm with you.
Hopefully they won't put J.J. Watt on the offense like they did in the playoff game.
Yeah, right.
Only Bill Belichick can do that, and nobody says he's an idiot.
All right. Well, you know what?
Let's move on.
I got to play on this game.
Uh-oh.
Plus 115, first score to be a field goal or a safety. Not
Good
bad.
luck.
Not bad at all. All right. Let's move on.
Why? That's where Dream. Come on. That's worse than my Jets play, Dream.
That's junkie
worse than my Jets play, Dream.
That's the
Come
junkie
on.
play.
Return for a touchdown.
That's my junkie play of the day.
McCown and Taylor have thrown for better passing yards than the quarterbacks in that game. I want to pass here. Hatter has the worst play of the day so far.
I think I do got it. I think that is some garbage crap right there.
That's a great play. That's a good play. All right. So, all right.
No.
All right, well, we'll see when I hit it. Okay. We're going to go to the NFC East. We're going to go Eagles, Redskins. Don't think the Eagles should be given 1 point here. They're -1 with an under over 48. Seems like a lot of points as well with that Eagle defense as far as the total's concerned. Dan, you're a big NFC East guy. Do the Eagles have any business giving Kissing Cousins a point here?
I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm still not sure about Wentz, right? Like, he looked good in flashes. He looked bad in flashes. You know, I think he's going to be definitely a serviceable NFL quarterback, but whether he's a great one, I'm not sure. They got rid of his favorite passing target in Matthews. That's crazy to me. Like, you know, you have a young quarterback. When he latches onto a receiver, you keep that guy around. You lock him up. You don't trade him. It doesn't make sense. I think Cousins, obviously, tons to prove this year.
Sure.
Money wise, this is a money season for him. But you know, part of me, and this is a little bit of conspiracy theory to me, the moves that the Redskins have made almost seem at his detriment. Like, they almost want him to fail so his value goes down and they can keep him. I just don't get some of the moves they made. I'm staying far away from this game. I think Washington wins this game. But again, would it surprise me if the Eagles found a way to win? No.
Got it. Okay. Well, you know, I'm looking at this, and Washington's won the last 5 meetings between these two teams.
And Kiss is a gunslinger. I love him, gunslinger. And I mean, Dan, Kiss got a couple of upgrades on some of his. They gave him Terrell Pryor. They gave him, I mean, he's already had Reed. He's got Crowder. Dotson's there as well. Kelly back at the running back. I think Kiss got a little bit of upgrade on his receiving core and a little bit of youth, a little bit more speed. And Kiss can sling the ball downfield. Listen, I'm not playing this game. I do have a slight interest in it because it looks like it's going to be probably a pretty good matchup and a competitive game. Too bad I won't be able to see anything of it because I'll be out watching the kids play soccer. But anyway, that being said, I like the Washington Redskins today in this game. I think the Redskins will win. I would not be surprised if Philly found a way to win, only because Wentz did start the regular season very good. He started off very good. As the season wore on, he got worse. So I would expect him to start out a little bit crisp. I expect the Redskins to win.
Unless the book is out on him.
Right, but unless the book is on him, right. I expect the Redskins to win. Would not be surprised if Philly won, but I think the Redskins is the way to go here. If you can get the Skins with some points, I think you'll be very happy. I'm not wagering on this game, but if I had to, I'd take the Skins over the Eagles.
Yeah, you know, the more you say that, Dream, you know, because it seemed like they did not unshackle Wentz at all either, right? Like, and remember, 16 touchdowns and 14 picks last year.
Yep.
So if the book's out on him, you know, you're kind of talking me into Washington here.
Yeah, I like Washington player.
All right.
Yeah.
Going to the next game here, Andrew Luck is out for the Colts versus the LA Rams. LA Rams -4, under over 41. You know, the Colts without Andrew Luck is just, I mean, they're just a shell of themselves. I mean, I just...
Tolzien.
Tolzien is out there. Start him in your fantasy lineup.
And the thing is they've basically publicly admitted that if Jacoby Brissett had even one more week of practice, he would be the starter.
Wow.
So you have a guy going in. This is by far the worst quarterback matchup of the day.
Sure. Absolutely.
But that's my thing, though, because, by the way, I'm not feeling the Rams giving 3.5.
No.
Defensively, they're a very good defensive team.
But
though,
they also don't have Brandon Albert. He's not playing.
All right.
And so what? If you're out in the field for 4 hours,
yeah, yeah, good point.
How many? What's the record for 3 and outs in a game? Because that might be the bet.
That's a good bet. Or yeah, I mean, I'm with that. Or the touchdown, or the field goal or safety be the first score here. So
Yeah, what is the under? What is the over?
Speaking of that, I was just getting ready to say, it looks like we're starting to pounding up 41.5 on my screen.
Yeah, got it.
The thing is the Colts have no defense. None. And, like you said, first game, like, Goff was terrible last year.
Indianapolis fans, remember when Peyton Ball was your quarterback? Doesn't that seem like it was eons ago?
Yeah. Right
Poor
on.
Andrew Luck, an immense talent. I know he's awesome, but the injuries, man, you just can't. Injury-prone people, it's just such a struggle with football, especially this guy who they depend on immensely in his team. I feel bad for the Colts situation. That being said, I don't think any of us are on this game. I know I'm not.
No.
So I guess we can move on.
All right, sounds good. We're going to move over to a great game we got here.
Yep.
We got the Seahawks and the Packers. Green Bay -3, under over a 51.5. The total seems awfully high. Wow, 51.5. That's the highest one on the board I've seen so far.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. Why, Dan?
I mean, I just neither of these Seahawks are relying on their name. Remember on the road last year how bad the Seattle Seahawks were? Okay, and not only that, I actually think that the Packers. Look, I'm calling it. Week 1. The Packers will annihilate.
Total annihilation.
Oh, wow.
Total annihilation.
I couldn't be in more agreement with you. And I'm going to tell you guys the one reason why I absolutely love the Packers, and I told you about this last season. The addition of Marcellus Bennett at the tight end position for the Green Bay Packers, to me, is probably the best offseason move, period.
Sure.
Because the one thing that this Green Bay Packer offense has been missing for 2 years is that dope tight end. People were saying, what's wrong with Green Bay? Oh, they don't got the same offense. He hasn't had this great tight end. Marcellus Bennett on this team, to me, is the one game-changing trade that is going to be just phenomenal benefit to Aaron Rodgers and this offense. Of course, if all parties can stay healthy. Jordy Nelson is back. Randall Cobb's on the other side. I mean, you're implementing Montgomery as well. Dude, I know, Dan, you said it completely right. Seattle's been living off of their name, that defense, for the last couple of years. That is nowhere near as good as it used to be when Super Bowl. They're all a little bit older. Yeah, they're still sound, but you're talking about a Green Bay offense. Green Bay's offense has never not been dope. Okay? They've sputtered, but always been potent and been dope. And if you don't think they're dope, just ask Cowboy fans, because they'll tell you. By the way, don't think I forgot, y'all.
Possibly the best quarterback in the league right now. I'm not talking about reputation. I'm talking about right now.
No doubt.
Right now.
Okay.
I like the Packers in this. Of course, they're not. I'm not playing this game on the. They're not in my money line parlay. I'm going to play this game separate. Buy the hook 2.5. Don't do the 3. Just in case it's tight. We want the win and not the push. Love Green Bay today to get it done.
Okay. And the one other thing here that we have to remember: everybody wants to talk about how terrible the Giants' offense. We're going to get to that game.
All right.
But the Seattle Seahawks have the freaking worst offensive line. Remember, guys? Remember Russell Wilson running for his life every single play, almost every single game, and just happened to be finding Doug Baldwin open? Well, he's not going to be open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you shut him down, I just don't see. I don't think Big Eddie Lacy coming back to Green Bay is going to really do much of anything. The running game for Seattle is shot. The offensive line is terrible. The quarterback is good, but not. I mean, he's good because he's free-forming because he's about to get killed every play. I just think that Green Bay comes out. This is, because of how everybody views Seattle, this is also a big-time statement game for the Green Bay Packers. Start off week 1.
I recall, Green Bay week 1s are in the plus, and Seattle week 1s are minus. Seattle loses week 1s, man. I'm going back. I mean, I always, for some reason, remember Seattle losing week 1. Yeah, I'm with you, Dan. I like Green Bay. I like the annihilation call here.
All right, sounds good, guys. We got 2 more games left. We got the Panthers at the 49ers. Carolina -5 with your favorite quarterback of all time, Dream. Killer Cam Newton -5 points, under over 47.5. Dream, these are your 49ers. Have you seen anything that's promising this year with them?
No. And by the way, and I'm glad I haven't, because the third piece to the Monday line parlay, believe it or not, I am taking Killer Cam and the Carolina Panthers. And you guys know how much I really don't like the Carolina Panthers, but that's how bad the San Francisco 49ers are amidst all that went on last year behind the scenes. They've changed up all kinds of people. They're going with it. It appears to be at the quarterback position. It appears to be Brian Hoyer. We've seen him before. I expect him to be okay, not great. You're looking at Carlos Hyde. Yeah, he's a talent, but I don't think they're going to be successful running the ball inside on the Carolina Panthers. At the tight end position, you got Kittle. Don't think he's going to be a big impact. Pierre Garçon is just one more year older. Taylor's over at wide receiver in the 3 spot. You got Goodwin at the 2 spot. The Niners, I'm just saying, it's just not a lot of weapons there. This is one of those games. Carolina, I don't think is going to be a powerhouse and be a really good team this year and win a lot of games. But this is a game that they can win and should win. They still have a lot of weapons. Killer Cam is still Killer Cam. He'll be able to do his thing, do dumb stuff in the end zone, I'm sure, and incite some. But they still got Greg Olsen there. Hopefully Benjamin steps up and becomes the wide receiver he's supposed to be. And Funchess, is the nice 2 spot that he's supposed to be as well. I know they still got Stewart there, but McCaffrey's back there, and I'm expecting McCaffrey.
He's going to be special.
Yeah.
I don't know about special. I got to see some, Dan, before I give him that mark. He's still, to me, he's undersized, little light in the behind for a running back, every down back.
Fair enough. Okay. I think but here's the thing, Dream. I don't think it's the offense you have to worry about with Carolina.
Okay.
You remember how putrid that defense secondary was. But I'm with you. I didn't take this game either. I do think Carolina wins because, unfortunately, the Niners are – your Niners are going to be dreadful. It's just not a good roster. But the thing is, so if there's no quarterback that's going to exploit Carolina in the secondary this game. But I'm with you. I think over the long term, I think Carolina – 8-8 team, and that depends on the teams in their division, right? Are the Saints any good? Does Atlanta still stay good? But they're not going to be a very good team.
Got it. Okay. So let's move over to Sunday Night Football. Let's have a conversation about the NFC East. Dan, your New York Football Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas -4 at home with Zeke. Under over 47.5. Can the Giants knock off the Cowboys tonight?
Nope.
It's happening.
It's happening. He said it's happening, Dream.
Wait, I sat in my car this morning and I said, I can't wait to do the show today because I know Dr. Dan is going to take the Giants and I am going to go ham. So I'm going to let you go ham. I'm going to give you the mic. You got the stage, and then I will come back.
The Giants walk into Cowboy Stadium all the time and beat them.
They do.
I mean, it's just something that happens. And wait, who beat the Cowboys twice last year?
Yeah,
Giants.
Yeah.
Okay. And the thing is, the Giants' defense has gotten better. Okay, they have a scheme against Zeke and Dak. I mean, this is a team that held them to a touchdown. You also the biggest flaw in the Giants last year, besides the running game, which we'll get to, but was the red zone offense. You added the number 1 red zone receiver in all of the NFL over the last 5 years in Brandon Marshall. Okay, you have a tight end, granted a rookie, but that is, I mean, everybody's saying is the next best thing. And the dude has hands like glue. You also added another fullback and a tight end that are really, really good blockers. And the last 2 preseason games, which look, it's the preseason. Tonight's going to prove everything. They were able to hold down. The Giants scored a bunch of points in both games. I just think the Giants have the Cowboys number. It's, the Giants are always up for this game. You don't have to worry about it. Spags especially. I mean, that defense, I think this defense is a top 3 defense this year.
Oh.
Granted, barring major injuries. But I think Landon Collins, is going to come up and play the run just as well as he can play the pass. And Dream, I'd like to see your blueprint for a Cowboys win. I know the Giants plus 4.5. I'll take the 4.5 points, but I'm also going to money line it.
Got it. Guys, Dallas Cowboys. offensive line. Talked about it a million times. I don't think that the Giants defense is that much greatly improved. I do know what the Dallas Cowboy offensive line is about. I do know what handing the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott is about. It's about winning, because they did it a lot last year. I do know that the Giants did beat them twice. I'm not going to forget that. By the way, the Dallas Cowboys know that the Giants beat them twice. And right now, I'm sure that's being discussed right now, how they were beat twice by this team. And we're not starting off the opening season week 1 with a loss to the New York Giants. I mean, the New England Patriots don't lose at home on game week 1 either, but that happened. So things that don't usually happen have been able to happen this season. They're bringing back a Dez Bryant, hopefully fully healthy. We're looking at Jason Witten. You know, he's been there forever at the tight end spot. Talked about Dak Prescott in his second season now. Had a great rookie season, or a great, last year.
Sophomore slump, baby.
For the
Sophomore
most
slump.
part, great season. Williams is on the other side at wide receiver, and Ezekiel Elliott in the running game. I know there's been a little bit of distraction behind the scenes as far as Zeke and his suspension is concerned, but this Dallas Cowboy offense was a machine. It was a machine last year. It ran through everybody. I know it did lose. We know about the losses to the Giants twice. I don't see them losing week 1. I don't see them losing at home. I got the Cowboys winning. And the Giants, they added Brandon Marshall. Eli starts to throw the ball to him. And remember, some of the Cowboys do have some blue in their uniform. Eli does like throwing to the other team.
Yeah.
He loves that, especially in the
but
red zone.
but in this offense, his picks are greatly reduced, as you can see. But I also think, look, you have a healthy Shane Vereen. You have I understand Odell's a game time decision. I fully expect him to play. But if your receivers are Odell and Marshall on the outside, and then I think Sterling Shepard is going to be a great slot receiver this year. And then you have Ingram as well on the tight end, and you have Vereen, which can be a great outlet pass. Look, I know that their running game is probably not going to be great, but I do think that Eli will have enough time to execute the offense that he has to execute.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I just have a question for you, Dan. Do you realize that Brandon Marshall and ODB both have ankle injuries?
Marshall, I thought, was a shoulder, but he was fully healthy.
Ankle and shoulder. He's expected to suit up, but both of these guys, they're going to play. But I'm just saying, that's one position that you don't want to have an ankle injury in. So we'll see.
Fair enough. Just as long as the hands work.
As long as the hands work, exactly. So,
but you ain't got open. You gotta have hands. You ain't open.
I think I fully expect. Look, if he can't run the routes, he's not going to play. Like if he can't do it, he won't go. Like I said, I think the Giants have way more weapons on offense. With a healthy Shepard. I think Marshall is fine. I'm not worried about either of those injuries. The Odell one, I'm a little concerned about. Like I said, I think he plays, but I think Ingram has a huge game. I think you're going to see some things to surprise you. Look, I'm normally very realistic about my Giants, whether I think they're going to be good or bad. I think this is going to be a very good year. I think they surpass expectations of you, boy.
All right. Sounds good, guys. Well, you know what? Hey, it was great going through the whole card with you boys. Good to be back. Very excited about NFL Week 1 here. And, hey, listen, Dream, you better get on this contest because we only got 2 spots left.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to get on after I'm doing the show.
All right. Sounds good. So that's what we'll do. We will get you on and
fantasy guys.
Yeah, and
get regular gambling to right. Who did you pick, by the way, in the Giant Cowboy game?
I don't know yet. I don't like the game. You know how I feel about interconference matchups.
Awesome. There's Hat doing his usual, not wanting to.
Hey, I'm gonna just kind of sit back and play.
About home team dogs on prime time. What about Hat not what?
Yeah.
Also,
you know what? I'm gonna win my fantasy contest. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Awesome at fantasy, awful at real life gambling. Real quick, guys, since we won't be back tomorrow. Saints Vikings. Any thoughts?
None.
I like the favorite. I like the favorites in both the Monday night games. I think the Vikings are going to manage to exploit the Saints offense. I think the Vikings actually win that game at home and cover.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, guys. Well, you know what? Hey,
Denver wins too.
I don't like the Denver Charger game I like the under in the Denver Charger game, but I'm probably not going to play. And in the Vikings-Saints game, I'm actually going to try to give a shot. I believe I'm going to be on Drew Brees. Of course, the Monday night games are based on whether you win or lost on Sunday.
Yeah.
That will greatly change what probably happens on Monday night. But if I remember, I'll probably put a tweet out there, let you guys know if you're interested in that. As far as Monday night, I wish they would get a better, week one, I wish they would just do a replay of the previous season's playoff games and then have it culminate with two of them, AFC or NFC, whatever, games being on the Monday night if you can. Obviously, maybe have the Super Bowl game, replay of that on Thursday and then have the other two of the playoff games re-go on Monday.
Sorry to cut you off, Dream, but guys, I think we actually missed one game, and that's Raiders at Titans.
Oh, we did. You're right.
Wow,
We
my
did miss
bad.
that.
My bad.
So, just real quick, because the Raiders are +3 going into Tennessee. It is a 1:00 game, so West Coast going east. I'm on the Raiders here. I love this Raiders team. I think this offense is going to be spectacular. I think the defensive line also is going to be able to shut down the Tennessee run game. So I like the Raiders plus the 3 points there.
I'm the opposite way. I think Tennessee wins today. I think Marcus Mariota has a big day, too.
Yeah, I don't. I agree with Dan. I think the Raiders win. I'm tired of hearing about, and I've heard about how dope that dope overnight. By the way, you can get better, but you're not getting dope. A lot of mistakes made by Marcus Mariota last season. He did do some good things. I saw bad interceptions in clutch spots with this team, and I saw this team do bad things under pressure. From what I get from BMAC, the running backs are both banged up. I know they're probably going to go out there, but there's some banged up situations as far as their running game's concerned. I don't like their offensive weapons at the wide receiver positions either. I don't see it. This Raider team, dope.
Dream, if I was Derek Carr, I'd have a chip on my shoulder with
That's what
everybody
I'm saying.
comparing me to Marcus Mariota.
I agree. I don't see it. I like the. Actually, I think they win convincingly against the Titans. I don't think it's going to be that competitive. It's not one of my plays, but I like the Raiders today.
All right. Sounds good, guys. Well, hey, listen, you know what? I love how the Dream has not joined the contest yet, since we have one spot left. Are you, purposely not joining right now, brother?
No, I'm not. I'm doing the show.
Just so he doesn't have to hear my mouth.
No,
I think that's what that is.
Real gambling comes first, and fantasy comes somewhere.
I'm just playing with you,
way
brother.
after that.
All right, sounds good, guys. Well, thank you to everybody that's joined us. Stream, you got the list of retweets in front of you?
I'm looking at it. Hold on one second.
All right, no problem, man. If not, I got it. We could pull that up, and it's Sunday morning, and you know what? I'm looking forward to eating some nasty food and just watching football all day long.
Yes, the retweets are going to be my man Sebastian out there. Good to see you following. We got Robert McFalls, Clive 182, NFL 2018 seasons following us. Buster Carr's in the house. Michael Mosca's out there. My man Bud Cheddar. What's good? Spot Bets in the house. Terrence Mack, Super Mario to the bank. Good to see you. Good to see my boy OJFB. What's happening, man? Hope you're holding it down out there in Texas. Shane Whitehead is in the house as well. Clemson football. Talking about that. Justin Hernandez, that was, by the way, a teeth clincher last night, too. They didn't look that great, but got out of here. Justin Hernandez in the house. Ciroc King J, my man Jeff Bryant, Kevin Garcia, Wayne Yarborough, Alvin, Creative Bully Media, Chad E, Vegas Girl 92661 is in the house as well. So many more have done it. Papa Bear is out there sending us one. Champ sending us one. Let me see. Who else do I got? See, I named them. Guys, so many people that we probably have forgotten. We're going to get out of here because we got stuff to do and get ready. Good luck with your plays today. In case you weren't following, I have a 4-team money line parlay. It consists of, it's what I consider just the best teams in right now going against some of the worst teams as far as I'm concerned. And then I am taking the Cowboys. So we got Pittsburgh Steelers part 1, Atlanta Falcons part 2. Let's see, part 3 was the Carolina Panthers, and part 4 was the Dallas Cowboys. And then on the side note, I'm going to play the Packers. And I think I talked myself as well as Dr. Dan into kissing cuz.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, and what I'm locked in right now, I got the Jets +8, the Raiders +3, the Packers -3, the Giants +4, and then a 2-team parlay with the Steelers -9, the Lions +2.5.
Damn.
And Dream, I think I might be about to pull on Kissing Cuz as well.
All right, sounds good, guys. I am on the following. I think I'm going to do just a really, really light play with a 7.5-point teaser. I'm going to get the Bears +14.5. I'm going to get the Lions +10. And I'm also looking, there was one more game that was tickling my fancy, and that is the Tennessee Titans. I believe I'm going to get them +5 at home. So that's where I'm at, guys. And that pays plus money. So I'm hopeful that I get that. I'm hopeful that all of you guys out there beat the books and do your fantasy work and make it happen in your respective leagues, except for ours, because I'm going to be taking everybody's money. So, Dream, what's your close out here, brother?
Hey, I want to thank everybody who got involved with the show today. Yes, gang, it has been a next Sunday. Good luck. Be careful out there. Go easy. It is week 1. Don't go too crazy. We'll get a little bit more involved with the money a little bit later, but have some fun with it. Enjoy the day. Remember, make the most of each and every day because you cannot get this time back. Peace.
Dan, what's your close out?
Well, it was great getting the reunion tour back on, boys.
Yes.
It's been a while, so thank you for everybody that joined us back today. It's always great when we can have the time and do the show. We do love doing it, and we do it for free, so we do appreciate that. And thanks to you boys for getting it back on. It's always good. You know, my back hurts a little more than it did a few years ago, but we got it together.
Yes, all right. And our fantasy contest is now filled. So I don't know. Maybe we got to make a decision on making another one. If you want to join a second one, guys.
Giving us a fantasy update every 15 minutes.
Hey, well, you know what? It is what it is, man. We got an hour and 38 minutes till game time. So
Hat's got to get the update in for the fan first, and then he can take over.
You might want to put a play in.
yeah, no, the plays are going in right now, brother. Trust me. All right, guys.
100 fantasy teams, not one play in.
No, listen, I got an hour and 38 minutes before kickoff, brother. I got plenty of time.
I'm just
so,
teasing.
all right.
Let's get out of here.
Guys, we love you to death. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your football and get that money. Let's go.
Peace.